Hello and welcome to this week's What's Hot. And there's several standout stocks that are soaring after the bank holiday weekend. What a tongue twister that is. Well, let's start off with GreenRock Strategic Materials after it secured land at a sustainable industrial park in Norway for its planned graphite active anode materials production plant. Well, when I spoke to Chief Executive Stefan Bernstein, I guessed he isn't afraid of a bit of paperwork because the company has also applied for strategic project status under the EU's Critical Raw Materials Act and has submitted a project description for its Amitsoq graphite mine. So why should Norway interest us? Well, it is a standard bearer, and perhaps it's something that the UK should consider. But back to Norway, it has one of the lowest electrical energy costs in Europe, with some of the highest proportion of renewable energy. And if you are so inclined, you could walk there in 14 days. Without a break, that is. And Stefan says that the setup in Norway is also good for the climate.
Also saved an amount of CO2 emission because of the green energy generation that we have in Norway with the hydropower plants. So I can say that compared to China, for instance, we'll be saving the climate from more than 120,000 tons of CO2 emission per year.
Proper green credentials there. Well, it's been a mixed response to Helium One's investor update. It's provided a positive update on its extended test of its Itumbula West 1 well in Tanzania. It's also told investors about a significant acquisition that broadens the group's geographic footprint and, crucially, provides the prospect of near-term cash flow. It's buying a 50% interest in Australian-listed Blue Star Helium's Galactica Pegasus asset. That is on a known helium fairway in Colorado. The project could be in production by the middle of next year. Now, the acquisition is costing over £6 million, and to fund its ambitions, Helium One has announced plans to raise £6.43 million. Investment bank Panmure Liberum writes the deal gives Helium One access to near-term development, which would deliver maiden revenues in 2025, and it diversifies the portfolio away from Tanzania. And a date for our diaries is October the 30th. Nothing to do with Helium One, as far as I'm aware, but it's all to do with the new Chancellor of Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, who delivers her maiden autumn budget. And the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has already warned us that it's going to be a painful autumn budget. Well, let's change the tempo a bit more. Let's end on a soaring stock when we saw shares rise in Faron Pharmaceuticals after it told investors that it's won fast-track approval from the US Food and Drug Administration for its lead candidate, the cancer immunotherapy bexmarilimab, which has shown treatment benefit in subsets of patients with advanced solid malignancies. I hope you're well. Take care. I'll be back same time next week.